Hello friends, welcome to Muluk IAS. Friends, we are carrying a comprehensive discussion for the prelim test series. उसकी सीरीज में अब हिस्ट्री वाला पोर्शन चल रहा है. We are carrying out a comprehensive discussion. I'll tell you some of the important features before we start up with this discussion so that every student can take a benefit. Before, one thing that is there is a guidance before test. This is very, very important. Basically, in the regard that there are certain books which almost every student know. बट डिस्पाइट द फैक्ट कि लक्ष्मीकांत के बारे में पता है, शंकर आईएस की बुक के बारे में एनवायरमेंट का पता है, जब मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के लिए आपको बुक के नाम स्पेक्ट्रम का नाम पता है, बट डिस्पाइट ऑल दीज थिंग्स इट इज डिफिकल्ट, इट हैज बिकम डिफिकल्ट टू क्लियर द प्रीलिम्स. इन दैट पर्टिकुलर रिगार्ड इफ सर्टेन स्टूडेंट इज फेसिंग अ प्रॉब्लम कि ही इज स्कोरिंग फॉर एग्जांपल अराउंड 85 to 88 मार्क्स in UPSC and the cutoff is 92 or 90, 4-5-10 नंबर कम है जो 80 मार्क्स हैं, how these marks can be taken to 105 to 110, this is our responsibility. तो वहाँ से उसको एडवाइस करना है कि जो पढ़ रहे हो वो पढ़ते रहो. We do not want to change because that is standard, आपको पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. Plus some additional polishing can be done so that you are comparatively getting good marks. Firstly, second thing, test discussion that जो अभी हम करेंगे. Third is guidance after test also. If there is still any problem is persisting, फिर भी कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, 1-to-1 you can be sitting and 1-to-1 guidance will be given to clear that particular topic. तो यहाँ कहने का मतलब सिर्फ मोटिव ये नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कस किया जाएगा. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डिस्कशन के साथ उस टॉपिक में भी कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम आ रही है तो उसको भी हम दूर करने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे. तो इस तरीके से पूरे का पूरा आपका टेस्ट सीरीज का ये डिस्कशन चल रहा है. द स्टूडेंट्स कैन ऑल्सो ज्वाइन. तो हम एक क्वेश्चन आंसर स्टार्ट करते हैं. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट इज देयर, which of the following statement is correct regarding the Regulating Act of 1773? Very, very important question. It provided for the establishment of the Supreme Court at Madras. It distinguished between the commercial function and the political functions of the East India Company. The act made Lord William Bentinck the first Governor General of Bengal. Lord William Bentinck को Governor General of Bengal, पहला Governor General of Bengal बना दिया. ऑप्शन कौन से है? 1 and 3, 2 only, 1 only, and none of the above that is there. तो आपको ये comparatively पता होना चाहिए. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. The first thing is regulating act. You need to regulate. For example, the crown was trying to regulate the affairs of the company. The company was getting richer and richer, firstly, and secondly, and the company officials were also quite getting richer. Therefore, the crown wanted to have its own share, and it got an opportunity to have a part in the share, basically in the regard that, for example, this is a company, this is a crown. It was seeing that there is a huge amount of profit this where, for example, company was getting from India. It wanted to have a certain share of that particular profit, and it got an opportunity when the ideas of corruption they started coming up in the company. What happened was that, for example, on the one hand is company, on the one hand is company's officials. The company officials were getting richer and richer, and the company was basically getting poorer. It was facing a debt crisis at that particular point of time. In late 1960s that started, and in larger, much bigger way in 70s also, early 1770s. Therefore, that provided an opportunity कि ये क्यों हो रहा है यार? Company के new officials, for example, they were owning a good amount of chunk of land. द कंपनी, जैसे हम नवाब्स बोलते हैं, उनका इंग्लिश वर्जन नवूब्स बन जाता है वहां पे. दे वर कंपेरेटिवली बिकमिंग बिग लैंडलॉर्ड्स, investing, for example, in certain industrial revolution that was coming. But on the other hand, the company was failing. It was going in debt crisis. That provided an opportunity. And now the crown was thinking that we need to regulate the functions of the company. And the opportunity was basically being provided, because of which the name is from regulate, that it becomes Regulating Act of 1773 that was introduced, which provided for various provisions. For example, it said that there is a need to have a Supreme Court is fine, but the Supreme Court was not established at Madras, it was basically established at the region of Calcutta. Second, a distinguished between the commercial and the political functions of the East India Company. Initially, they were basically regulating, they were not interfering that much into the affairs of the company. Later on with the process of time, what started taking place was that they said that we need to differentiate between what are the commercial functions and what are the political functions. But this control was basically exercised in 1784 when Pitt's India Act was introduced. Therefore, the second statement also comparatively becomes wrong. The third statement, the act made William Bentinck as the first Governor General of Bengal. William Bentinck is, for example, later on. What is important is it was a Warren Hastings that was there, that was made the first Governor General of Bengal. यहाँ से हमें समझना पड़े रेगुलर एक्ट के बारे में अगर आपको अच्छे तरीके से पता है, you will be compared to in a petition. Not only this, the governors of Bombay and of Madras was also brought under somewhat control of Bengal also. So you need to know, understand, recall what are the provisions of the government of the provisions of the Regulating Act 1773, and therefore D becomes the answer in that particular regard. None of the options is correct. Moving to question 2. I hope it is clear to everyone. Detailed description has also been governed जहाँ जहाँ पे जरूरत है. Second, in Indian history, which Governor General formally organized the civil services and the police forces in India? A simple, straightforward question. Lord Canning, Lord Cornwallis, Warren Hastings, and Lord Mayo are very, very simple. Okay. Who organized the civil services and the police services? For example, friends, it is very simple that Britishers, they understand one thing very clearly. The thing was that if they have to consolidate their empire, they need to have a strong foundation in that particular regard. उसके लिए it is important that we need to organize the civil services also. इसके लिए the father of the civil services, for example, Lord Cornwallis, he took a step that if we have to consolidate our empire, we need to organize, and therefore important decisions were taken, and therefore formal organize भी किया civil services, police services को Lord Cornwallis से नहीं, जिसकी वजह से father of Indian civil service भी उनको बोला जाता है. Detailed explanation is there. Next. Which of the following is a part of, is not a part of the Charter Act of 1813? Rupee 1 lakh was to be allocated for the promotion of education in India. India's first law commission was set up under the act. William Bentinck was given the title of Governor General of India. And East India Company's monopoly of trade with China and trade in tea was extinguished. Which of the following options are basically correct in this particular regard? As not correct. गलत कौन सा है? पढ़ते हैं. Rupee 1 lakh was allocated for the promotion of education. Friends, the first option is wrong. Because when you talk about the allocation of the rupee or the amount that was given, 1 lakh रुपया जब दिया गया था, that was basically being done in 1813 and not 33. तो पहला statement ही बना. First law commission, for example, was set up. वेंटेक उस टाइम पे थे, तो मैकुले को सेटअप किया गया था, वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. आगे क्वेश्चन भी है, गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया बनाया गया. मोनोपोली ट्रेड भी खत्म कर दी गई. 1813 में कंट्रोल किया गया, 1833 में और ज़्यादा रिस्ट्रिक्ट किया गया, और टाइम पीरियड ऑफ 20 ईयर्स वर अगेन रिपीटेड, जो 1813 से 33 तक 20 साल दिया गया था. फिर 33 टू 53 का टाइम दिया गया, एंड लेटर ऑन 53 में जब फिर से एक्ट पास किया गया तो वहाँ पे बोला गया कि अब टाइम पीरियड इज नॉट बीइंग फिक्स्ड. तो द second, third and fourth statement are correct. The first statement is wrong. Therefore, A becomes the answer for question number 3. And it was given, 1 lakh was given for the promotion of education, but that was done not in 1833, but in 1813. Next. Which of the following were not the recommendations made under the Varda scheme of education 1937? Free and compulsory education to be provided for 7 years at a nationwide scale. First statement. Second, the nature of instruction to be English at the primary level, to include and inculcate an international character of Indian education. Focus was on vocational training and some form of manual labor along with textual learning or mental labor. And we have to select which is correct. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 only, and 1, 2 and 3, all of the above. Which of the following options are correct? Basically regarding the Varda scheme of education that was put forward in 1937. Varda scheme of education that was there. A very, very important question that was there. Free and compulsory education, no doubt. It said that for 7 years, we need to provide a free and compulsory education that was there, and said that the instructions has to be given in the mother tongue. So therefore, medium at the primary level, for example, should be English. It said that it has to be the mother tongue that has to be promoted. लेकिन और भी international character of Indian education ऐसा, this recommendation was not given at that particular point of time. So second statement comparatively, जो Varda scheme of question की है, that is comparatively wrong. Third, the focus was on training some for manual labor along with textual learning. Yes, it said that not only the manual labor but also textual learning के बारे में भी comparatively आपको पता होना चाहिए. जब आप ऐसा कह लो, जैसे जैसे आप पढ़ते जा रहे हो साथ ही साथ में कोई हुनर भी आपको comparatively आपके पास होना चाहिए. तो हमें देखना है कौन कौन सी statement not the recommendation है. अभी हमने किया है. Second is not a part of it. Therefore, B become the answer. Friends, ऐसी scheme, Varda scheme of education, 7 years of learning, that one thing that is comparatively important, जो आगे भी आपको दिखाते हैं. You should know what are the recommendations that are there. Its resolution that was passed was that it provided that there has to be a 7-year learning. The mother tongue has basically to be the medium of instruction so that it is there. Throughout the period that has to be the education should be around some form of manual and productive labor के बारे में भी उनको work के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. And for this purpose, the handicraft must be chosen as basically based upon the environment that is there. Very, very important. The system would generate remuneration for the teachers also. उस हिसाब से ये पूरे का पूरा आपको आंसर इसके recommendations भी पता होना चाहिए. Moving to next question. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched? Pitt's India Act by Warren Hastings, Doctrine of Lapse Dalhousie, Vernacular Press Act Curzon, or Ilbert Bill by Lord Ripon. Which of the following options are correct for question number 5? Is not correctly matched. कौन सा for example आपका गलत? Question 5, very, very important. It is C that is the answer. The Vernacular Press Act की जब comparatively बात करते हैं, it comes around a time period of 1878. Curzon बात की है. Therefore, and that was introduced not by Curzon, for example, but by Lytton. तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Curzon के बारे में और आगे क्वेश्चन आएंगे. We will also be doing those questions that are there, vernacular that was there. और जो vernacular press act था, Lytton ने उसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था, and that was repealed by Ripon that was there. चलो 1 by 1 की बात करते हैं. Pitt's India Act already हम कर चुके हैं, that they wanted to divide the functions of the company into commercial functions and political function. ये हो चुका है. Doctrine of Lapse introduced by Dalhousie. Basically what they wanted to say that if there is an Indian king and that king is not having a hair, a legal hair, उसके son नहीं है, then his particular area would be confiscated by the government. अगर किसी के आगे बेटा नहीं हुआ है तो उसकी जमीन के ऊपर हिंदुस्तान जो राज्य की जमीन है उसके ऊपर ब्रिटिशर का कब्जा हो जाएगा. डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स मींस अगर कोई बेटा नहीं हुआ है तो उसकी जमीन के ऊपर ब्रिटिशर का कब्जा हो जाएगा, जिसमें फॉर एग्जांपल सतारा, जैतपुर, संबलपुर, बगहत, उदयपुर, झांसी, नागौर एक्सेट्रा, these states were there. इसमें से झांसी के बारे में आप सब लोगों ने सुना होगा that Rani Lakshmibai was there and later on she revolted also against the Britisher, took part and played a very important role. And later on जब ह्यूग रोज जो ब्रिटिशर के उस टाइम के ऊपर जो मिलिट्री कमांडर थे, इन्होंने कहा बोला she is the only man who I saw has fought bravely as others are comparatively considered as women. कि ये जो फीमेल है वो मर्दों की तरह लड़ी, मेल्स की तरह लड़ी, अदर्स को हमें हराने में इतना कंपेरेटिवली प्रॉब्लम नहीं आई. तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लेफ्ट दैट वाज वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट दैट वाज देयर which says that if the newspaper is there in the Indian language, that newspaper will basically be confiscated, उसको कब्जा कर लिया जाएगा if that is writing some I think against the British government. उसके लिए कुछ अपील नहीं है, कॉन्फिस्केट हो जाएगा. एंड देयरफॉर प्रॉब्लम इज इंट्रोड्यूस इल्बर्ट बिल, हमने पहले भी लास्ट क्लास में भी किया था. इल्बर्ट बिल वाज देयर दैट वांटेड टू पुट द इंडियंस एंड द यूरोपियंस एट पार विद ईच अदर व्हेन डीलिंग विद द कोर्ट केसेस दैट आर देयर. तो कहने का मतलब कि वहां पे वो इंडियंस भी डिसाइड कर सकते हैं इफ देयर इज अ क्रिमिनल केस दैट हैज बीन कन्विक्टेड, दैट हैज बीन चार्ज्ड अगेंस्ट अ ब्रिटिशर और यूरोपियन. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कोई यूरोपियन ने कोई क्रिमिनल केस किया है या इंडियन ने कोई क्रिमिनल केस किया है, दैट कुड बी डिसाइडेड बाय एन इंडियन जज or by a European judge, which gave the power to Indian judge also to sit on a conviction against a European, against which the agitations had taken place on the streets of Britain, and therefore there has to be amendment that has to be introduced, जिसके चलते हुए ही the essence of the bill was gone. हमने पहले वाली क्लास में भी काफी एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. एंड देयरफॉर लिटन आल्सो रिजाइंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. तो यहाँ पे थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट करेक्टली मैच्ड वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट वाला, इट वाज बाय लिटन, तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन 6, द डिमांड फॉर the Tibaga peasant movement in Bengal was for, डिमांड किसके लिए थी? The reduction of the share of the landholder from 1/2 to 1/3. Second, the grant of the ownership of the land to peasants as they were the actual cultivators of the land. The uprooting of the zamindari system and the end of the serfdom, and the writing of all the debts. That is a very, very simple, a very, very important commission that is Tibaga movement. Tibaga movement की जब friends बात करते हैं, it is one of the important movement that started in the region of Bengal. Earlier, a commission has been set up by the name Flood Commission. Set up किया गया, which said that 1/3 share should go to the landlord and 2/3 share should go to the peasants at that point of time. उसके चलते हुए ही this was basically the movement inspired by this commission's recommendation. It said that the land revenue should be reduced from 1/2 to 1/3 and 2/3 share तिबागा, 3 भाग कर दिए जाएं इसके, 1, 2 and 3, and 2/3 share should be of the cultivators, 1/3 share should basically be of the landlord that has been there. तो ये demand put forward करी थी तिबागा मूवमेंट में, that was very very important, that movement started. तो वहाँ पे वो काफी ज़्यादा important भी है. वो question number C, question number 6, it is A that become the answer. इसका explanation भी पूरे का पूरा आपको दिया गया है. Which of the following are the principal features of the Government of India Act 1919? 1919 के एक्ट के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. पहला, the introduction of diarchy in the executive government of the provinces. Second, the introduction of the separate electorate for the Muslims. Third, the devolution of the legislative authority by the center to the provinces. Legislative authority को devolve कर दिया center से provinces. Which of the following options are correct? 1 only, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. For question number 7, what is the answer? First, the diarchy was introduced in the executive of the provinces. Yes. Initial phase, it was the diarchy that was introduced at that particular point of time. The first statement is comparatively correct. Second, separate electorate for the Muslims. Separate electorate for the Muslims were given in 1909 and not in 1919. पहली बात. दूसरी बात, लेकिन आपको साथ में ये भी पता होना चाहिए which community was basically granted separate electorates in 1919, and for example the Sikhs were granted. Secondly, for example, the Anglo-Indians were granted. Third, the Europeans were also granted. So by this act of 1919, three communities, for example, Anglo-Indians, Europeans, or the Sikhs, they were also being granted, and not the Muslims, that because they were already granted earlier. The devolution of the legislative authority को devolve कर दिया था by the center to the provinces. Therefore, 1 and 3rd statements are correct. Other statements, for example, second statement is wrong. Therefore, for question number 7, it is C that becomes the answer. तो ये आपको अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए कौन सी कम्युनिटी को. इस बार 2021 के प्रीलिम्स में एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन रिजर्वेशन के इसके बारे में ऑलरेडी आ चुका है कि किसको किस टाइम पे सेपरेट दर्जा दिया गया था, आपको फिर पूछा जा सकता है. लिस्ट देखना है जी. लॉर्ड क्लाइव, विलियम बेंटिक, चार्ल्स मेटकाल्फ, लॉर्ड कर्जन, रिमूवल ऑफ प्रेस रिस्ट्रिक्शन, पार्टीशन ऑफ बंगाल, ड्यूल गवर्नमेंट या इंग्लिश एजुकेशन. विच आर द फॉलोइंग ऑप्शन. फॉर एग्जांपल हमें एक मैच करना है कौन सा किसके साथ है. 1 by 1 we would be doing. लॉर्ड क्लाइव की जब बात करते हैं, लॉर्ड क्लाइव was basically at a time when for the first it is 3 that is there, third statement, the dual government in Bengal. जब बंगाल को कब्जा कर लिया पहले बैटल ऑफ प्लासी फिर बक्सर के बाद, then the dual government was established. That dual government continued for some point of time, at this particular point of time, from 1765 to 72. तो पहला स्टेटमेंट हुआ, पहला हो गया 3, तो ये इसमें से आंसर फॉर एग्जांपल हमें एक देखना पड़ेगा. सेकेंड है विलियम बेंटिक, हु वाज देयर एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. विलियम बेंटिक के टाइम के ऊपर व्हाट हैपेंड वाज दैट इट वाज इंग्लिश एजुकेशन दैट वाज देयर. 3 के बाद कंपेयर नेक्स्ट इज 4 इंग्लिश एजुकेशन. उस टाइम पे विलियम बेंटिक हु प्लेड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. देन चार्ल्स मेटकाल्फ, it is basically a removal of the press restriction that is there. Charles Metcalfe काफी important नाम है. It was he who removed the press restriction that was basically imposed earlier. पहले press restriction लगाई थी एडम्स ने. इसके जो प्रेस रिस्ट्रिक्शन लगाई थी तो चार्ल्स मेटकाल्फ ने इसको रिमूव कर दिया था. ही इज आल्सो रेफर्ड टू एज नोन एज द लिबरेटर ऑफ द इंडियन प्रेस एंड इट वाज डन फॉर एग्जांपल इन 1835. तो ये हो गया हमारा 1, तो ये निकला है आंसर फॉर एग्जांपल. चलो, लॉर्ड कर्जन, पार्टीशन ऑफ बंगाल टुक प्लेस एट द पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम 1905, 16 अक्टूबर 1905 में, when the partition of Bengal was basically being implemented at that particular point of time. Therefore, for question number 8, it is B that becomes the answer. तो यहाँ पे अगर आपको 2 ही आते, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पहले 2 आते तो भी काम चल जाता. तो फर्स्ट 3 3 1 1 यहाँ से निकाल सकते हो, इसमें से एक जो भी आ रहा है तो आपका ऑटोमेटिकली आंसर निकल जाता है. तो 1 इज सिंपल. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपको कर्जन वाला आता है पार्टीशन ऑफ बंगाल तो भी आपका आंसर काफी हद तक सॉल्व हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट, द बटलर इन 1927, the Butler Committee was appointed to investigate the nature of the relationship between the British and the princely states. Which of the following is it true or correct recommendation that was made by a Butler Committee? The first is the princely states should not be handed over to the Indian government without the prior consent of the residents of India. Pehli statement. The second statement, the Governor General in the Council was to be the Crown's agent in dealing with the state. Governor General Council hoga. Third, the scheme regarding the creation of the State Council should be rejected. Fourth, intervention in the administration of the state should be left to the decision of the Viceroy. 1 and 2, 1, 2, 4, 3 and 4, 2 and 3. तो यहाँ से आप स्टेटमेंट देख सकते हैं कौन कौन सी स्टेटमेंट सही है. फिर उसके बाद रिगार्डिंग द बटलर कमिटी दैट वाज बेसिकली बीइंग सेट अप एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, ऐसे क्वेश्चन आने के चांसेस बहुत ही ज्यादा होते हैं. द फर्स्ट, princely state should not be handed over Indian government without the prior consent of the resident. It was not that the residents of the state were basically be focused on without the prior consent of the residents of the, for example, of the state itself. Governor General was to be the Crown's agent. गवर्नर जनरल की जब बात करते हैं तो यहां पे नहीं, इट वॉज बेसिकली द वर्ड दैट वॉज यूज्ड वाज वाइसरॉय. बिकॉज अब यहां पे गवर्नर जनरल कर रहे हो, यहां पे वाइसरॉय कर रहे हो तो नहीं. व्हेन दैट पर्सन वाज रिप्रेजेंटिंग द इंडियन द क्राउन दैट वाज देयर, तो और डीलिंग विद द ब्रिटिश क्राउन ही वाज रेफर्ड टू एज वाइसरॉय. When the same was there dealing with the Indians, he was known as Governor General. तो आपको ये terms को ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा, ये terms किस context में use करे जा रहे हैं. Therefore, second is wrong. Third, schemes creation of the council should be rejected. Intervention for the administration of the state should be left to the decision of the viceroy subject. The third and fourth statements are basically true. Therefore, C become the answer for this question. Question number 8. Question number 9 के ऊपर move करते हैं. काफी descriptive answer भी इसका दिया हुआ है. Was question 10 पे. Match the following. Select your answer from the code given below. Peasant movement है और leader या followers कौन है. बखस्त land movement, एका movement, Mopilar rebellion, अवध किसान सभा movement that has been there. और इसका for example following क्या है. बाबा रामचंद्र, कुनाजी हाजी, मदारी पासी and कारानंद शर्मा. This is what the statement has been given. हमें देखना है कि कौन कौन सा statement इसमें सही है. बखस्त movement की जब बात करते हैं, बखस्त movement was basically by Karanand Sharma. He was a basically leader in the region of Bihar. तो पहला हो गया हमारा 4. Second, Eka movement, a very very important movement that was there. That was also Eka means unity that has been there. तो unity कहाँ पे show करने की बात कर रहे हैं? For example, initially मदारी पासी वॉज लिटरॉन 3 करते हैं, इसको एक बार इसको एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. एका मूवमेंट या अवध किसान सभा काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल वहां पे प्ले करे. एका शब्द का मतलब है यूनिटी, हमने इकट्ठा होकर कोई मूवमेंट वहां पे लॉन्च करने की कोशिश करनी है. इनिशियली इट वाज द कांग्रेस दैट वाज देयर, the Khilafat leaders who were there, it was they who played a very very important role. Later on, Madari Pasi and other people, it was these local people who raised this movement that was there and took the movement to the next high level. And reason was that the oppressions that were done by the Thekadars at that particular point of time, they were agitating against the oppression that was there, basically in the context of the high rent that was demanded. Third, मोपुलर रेबेलियन की जब कंपेरेटिवली बात करते हैं, इट इज फॉर एग्जांपल कुनाजी हाजी 2. मोपुलर रेबेलियन, it was basically a rebellion that was started against, for example, that was started basically in the context that the exploitation that was there. The Hindu zamindars, they exploited the Muslim populace that were there in the region of the Malabar. The rumors were that the British strength has comparatively been reduced, जिसके चलते हुए अब मौका मिल चुका था कि इनके ऊपर रिवोल्ट कर सकते हैं. तो ये अवध किसान सभा, फॉर एग्जांपल बाबा रामचंद्र देव, ऑटोमेटिकली दैट विल बी द आंसर. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ऑर्गेनाइज द मूवमेंट अगेंस्ट द लैंडलॉर्ड्स, एंड इट वाज दिस दैट द रामायण वाज बेसिकली यूज्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रिगार्ड. द कास्ट स्लोगन्स वर आल्सो रेज्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रिगार्ड. तो वहां पे आपको चारों मूवमेंट के बारे में थोड़ा थोड़ा पता होना चाहिए. वखस्त लैंड मूवमेंट, एका मूवमेंट, मोपला रिबेलियन, अवध किसान सभा, इनके बारे में पता होना चाहिए. एंड व्हाट वाज द रीजन द मूवमेंट वाज स्टार्टेड एंड who was the particular leader in this particular regard, वो आपको comparatively पता होना चाहिए. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 के लिए 4, 3, 2, 1, it is C that become the answer. क्वेश्चन elaborative description भी दिया हुआ आपको. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11, consider the following statement regarding the Government of India Act 1935. अब देखना है कौन कौन सी स्टेटमेंट इसके लिए करेक्ट है. The governor province was given autonomy. The act restricted the power of the governor to act in his discretion. Third, the ministers held office during the governor's pleasure. The 1935 act बहुत ही ज़्यादा important act है जिसके बारे में आपको comparatively पता भी होना चाहिए. पहला, the governor's province were, yes, autonomy was given to the governor's province. Restricted the power of the governor, नहीं. The power of the governor was not restricted, it continued at that particular point of time. Ministers held the office during the governor, yes. अब इसके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट चीज थोड़ा सा है, आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है. दिस सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. जैसे है ना, व्हाट वाज द इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजन दैट वाज टेकन? इट वाज बेसिकली इन द रिगार्ड दैट सब्जेक्ट्स वर बेसिकली डिवाइडेड एट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. 1935 के एक्ट में सब्जेक्ट्स को कंपेरेटिवली डिवाइड कर दिया इनटू द रिजर्व्ड सब्जेक्ट्स एंड द ट्रांसफर्ड सब्जेक्ट्स. Reserved subjects were those subjects, for example, it can be, for example, of the defense, it can be external affairs, ecclesiastical affairs, the tribal, the issues related to tribal. These issues, जो काफी important है, they were carried on by the governor in his discretion with the help of various councillors, the 3 councillors that were appointed by him. And the most important thing is they were not responsible to the legislature that was there. The governor और इसके काउंसलर्स उसको साथ में मिला के चलाएंगे. रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट लाइक डिफेंस हो गया, एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स हो गया, या ट्राइबल के रिगार्डिंग उनका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसे करना है, द रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट. गवर्नर किसी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है. द ट्रांसफर्ड सब्जेक्ट्स फॉर दो सब्जेक्ट्स विच वर कंपेरेटिवली ऑफ द लेस इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड वहां पे गवर्नर काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर के साथ मिलकर चलाएगा. अगर कोई आपस में प्रॉब्लम आती है, इट वुड बी द डिसीजन ऑफ द गवर्नर दैट वुड बी टेकन. तो वहां पे उसका जो रिस्ट्रिक्शन था उसके ऊपर नहीं लगाया गया. और it was said that the person would be holding the office until the pleasure of the governor. तो first and third statement are correct. तो ये आपके लिस्ट रिजर्व्ड और ट्रांसफर्ड सब्जेक्ट दैट वर देयर, कौन से रिजर्व्ड में है, कौन से ट्रांसफर्ड में, अब आपको कंपैरेटिवली पता होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. The Indian press played a very important role in spreading the message of patriotism and modern ideas among the people. Which of the following are not true about the activities of its press? Press की activities के कौन-कौन सा सही नहीं है? पहला, criticizing the official policies. Second is urging the people to unite for work for a nationwide welfare. Putting forward the views of the Indians as well as the British government. Popularizing the modern ideas of self-government, democracy and the like. Enabling nationalist workers to exchange views with one another. Which of the following options are basically correct in that particular regard? हमें देखना है कि कौन सा true नहीं है. 3 only, 1 and 3, 4 and 5. Which of the following is not true about the press at that particular point of time? A very simple, but आपके साथ ही साथ आपको ये भी पता होना चाहिए, एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग के ऊपर ये आपके पूरे का पूरा 12th क्वेश्चन बेस्ड है. अगर आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग है तो ठीक है. पहला, क्रिटिसाइजिंग द ऑफिशियल पॉलिसीज, यस. पीपल टू यूनाइट बोल रहे थे. पुटिंग फॉरवर्ड द व्यूज ऑफ इंडियंस एज ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट, नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है. It was not that they were putting forward the views of the British officials that are there. So comparatively अपने काम को they were there. The focusing was basically the inherent social and cultural defects that were there at that particular point of time. It says that problem कि Indians were unfit to rule India. This is one important thing that was basically coming up at that point of time. The issue that was there was their inherent social and cultural defects. The Indians were unfit to rule, and therefore they must be ruled or by the Britishers an indefinite period. In this particular regard, the third is the views of the Britishers were basically being put forward. Indians के views को या कहीं ना कहीं पे अगर कुछ प्रेस ने ब्रिटिशर के व्यू को भी रिस्ट्रिक्ट करने की कोशिश करी, लेकिन पूरे का पूरा ऐसा नहीं हुआ. Popularizing modern ideas were there, enabling the British nationalist workers were also there. So only the third statement is wrong. A become the answer in this particular regard. Question 13. Consider the following statement about the working class or trade union movement during the period of 1930. 1930s के time के ऊपर जो trade union movements हैं इनके बारे में करना है. First, the workers did not take the active part in the civil disobedience movement 1932 to 1934. Increased civil liberties under the Congress in the period between 1937 and 1939 gave a fillip to the trade union movement. Third, during the period between 1937 and 1939, majority of the strikes ended successfully with full partial victory for the workers. Which of the following are correct? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 4. A very, very important question regarding the trade union movement that is there. कौन सा सही है? पहला, they did not take an active part in the civil disobedience movement of 1930 to 1934. तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स एक बात आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. The civil disobedience movement normally 1930 से लेकर 1934 तक है. यहाँ पे क्या है कि उसको दो पार्ट में अलग अलग डिवाइड है. जब पहले बार विड्रॉ कर लिया था और दोबारा से रीस्टार्ट किया, तो जब रीस्टार्ट किया 1932 1934 के टाइम पीरियड में they did not take an active part. The first statement is correct. पहले वाले फेज में 1930 से लेकर 31, 32, 5 मार्च 1931 तक जब मूवमेंट चली, जब गांधी इरविन पैक्ट साइन हुआ और मूवमेंट को विड्रॉ किया, बेसिकली इन द कंटेक्स्ट दैट द इंडियंस वुड बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन द सेकंड राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस। उसके बाद जब गांधी आए, नथिंग वाज अचीव्ड बाय गांधी एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। जब मूवमेंट को रीस्टार्ट किया गया तो उस टाइम पे एक्टिव पार्ट नहीं किया, करेक्ट। इंक्रीज सिविल लिबर्टीज ड्यूरिंग द कांग्रेस, civil liberties were increased, which were important, played an important role. During the period 1937-39, the strikes ended successfully and with some victory that were there. So all the three statements are correct, friends. खास करके पहली स्टेटमेंट का आपको अच्छे तरीके से ध्यान होना चाहिए। बेसिकली इन द रिगार्ड दैट द टाइम पीरियड इज बीन मेंशन कि सिविल डिसोबीडियंस का सेकंड फेज की कंपेरेटिवली ये बात कर रहे हैं। ऑल द थ्री स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 14, with respect to the history of India, which of the following statement is are correct regarding the Hunter Education Commission? Very important. It emphasized on the special care for the improvement of the primary education. It was created to review the working of the Woods Dispatch that was there. It rejected the role of the private enterprises in the field of education. Which of the following statement is are correct? हमें देखना कि 14th क्वेश्चन में कौन कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है और कौन कौन सी स्टेटमेंट गलत है इन दिस पर्टिकुलर हंटर कमीशन एजुकेशन कमीशन। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, 1882 के आसपास। 2, special care should be given. It said that the education that is basically there in the primary sector, प्राइमरी एजुकेशन के ऊपर काफी रोल इन्होंने एम्फसाइज किया। वर्क रिव्यू किया कि वुड्स डिस्पैच को 50-55 के आसपास वुड्स डिस्पैच आया, तो उसको रिव्यू किया, अच्छे तरीके से उसको कैसे इंप्रूव करके हम उसको इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं, एंड फोकस हाउ प्राइमरी एजुकेशन कैन बी गिवन। इट डिड नॉट रिजेक्ट, इट अपलॉडेड द रोल ऑफ द प्राइवेट एंटरप्राइजेस। फ्रेंड्स, जो भी एजुकेशन कमीशन थे, majority education commission, it withstood, it said that the private sector has always to play a very important role in the spreading up of the education. तो हमेशा एजुकेशन के ऊपर प्राइवेट सेक्टर के रोल को एम्फसाइज किया गया, नॉट रिस्ट्रिक्ट किया गया। तो 1 and 2 आर करेक्ट। नॉट ओनली दिस, आपको अलग अलग हार्ट टॉक एजुकेशन, फॉर एग्जांपल हंटर कमीशन या अनदर सर्जेंट एजुकेशन के लिए आएगा। ऑल दोज एजुकेशन के रिगार्डिंग जो कमीशन सेटअप किए गए थे, उन कमीशंस के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए। नॉट ओनली दिस, इनका क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर भी आपको पता होना चाहिए। क्वेश्चन 15, which of the following statement is are correct regarding the Sargent plan? The objective was basically to raise the standard of education like Britain. The objective was to give a relief famine stricken. The objective plan was to investigate in events of Bengal famine. The objective of the plan was to investigate the working of the place, किस तरीके से place का working कर रही है। Very important, अभी नाम ही लेके बाई चांस मुंह से निकल गया था। Sergeant is regarding education. How the level of education can be made matter. How the level of education can be in the context of India. Indian के context में कैसे किया जा सकता है? पहला स्टेटमेंट, आंसर तो पहला स्टेटमेंट ही हो गया, लेकिन हमें दूसरा का भी करना है। The objective of the plan was to give relief to the famine-stricken people, the famine-affected people. Friends, in the regard of this, a commission was set up in 1880. 1880 में एक famine commission बिठाया गया था, which basically talked about all these development that was taking place at that point of time. तो यहाँ पे ये इसके लिए objective of the plan was to investigate the event that took in Bengal famine. Bengal famine के context में the commission was set up in 1943-1944. Basically in the context of the region of Bengal only, and Bengal Famine Inspection Commission was its name. The objective of the plan was to investigate the working of the police. The working of police के लिए in 1902 a Fraser Commission was basically being set up at that point of time. तो वहां पे आपको ऐसा नहीं कि क्वेश्चन का आंसर ही पता हो, बस उसके इंटरलेटर और भी क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं। आंसर इज ए, बट बी, सी और डी के बारे में भी आपको कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली पता होना चाहिए कि उसका वो किसके लिए कब कमीशन सेटअप किया गया था। क्वेश्चन 16 पे मूव करते हैं. With reference to the Indian history, consider the following statement regarding the Vernacular Press Act of 1878. The act was designed for the better control of the vernacular press and effectively punishes and represses the seditious writing. Pehla. Second, the DM, the district magistrate, was empowered to call upon the printer and publisher of any vernacular language newspaper to enter into a bond with the government undertaking. Act was repealed in 1881 December under the regime of Lord Ripon. Which are the following options? The 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, and 1, 2 and 3 regarding question number 16, the act that was introduced in 1878. A very, very important one. बेटर किस तरीके से वर्नाकुलर प्रेस को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है, सेडिशियस राइटिंग को कैसे दबाया जा सकता है, लोगों को दबाया जा सकता है, कैसे पनिश किया जा सकता है. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. The DM was given the power to enter into, for example, a bond with the printer and publisher, and they will be taking undertaking that they will not be writing anything that is against the contrary to the interest of the government. Third, it was repealed by Ripon later on. Therefore, for question number 16, all the three statements are correct. It is D that becomes the answer for the Vernacular Press Act 1878. तो comprehensively आपको इसके बारे में पता होना चाहिए. Question 17. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statement regarding the tribal movement. Tribal movement के बारे में. The Pahadiya rebellion was organized against the moneylenders. The Chuar uprising against the rise in demand and economic privatization by the Britishers. Third, the Santhal rebellion was against the practice of the zamindars and moneylender. So these are the three options that is there. Question number 17 के लिए आपको अच्छे तरीके से पता होना चाहिए. Statement regarding the पहला, Pahadiya uprising was against the moneylenders that was there. Pahadiya rebellion was against the moneylenders, that is the first statement is wrong. It was basically against the British expansion that was taking place on their land. पहला. Second thing, Pahadiya uprising के बारे में जब हम elaborate करते हैं, it was basically in 1778, the rebellion that took place basically in the region of Rajmahal Hills. Chuar was against the rise in demand of the economic privatization that was taking place at that point of time. The second statement is correct. The rising took place in 1776, Chuar uprising. Third, the Santhal rebellion was against the Jamidars and the Moneylend. It was basically one of the most important rebellion that took place before the revolt of 1857 and last important 1855-56. And the leaders were Sidhu and Kanhu. Therefore, पहली statement गलत है. Second and third statements are basically correct. Therefore, B becomes the answer for question number 17. तो पहाड़िया uprising के बारे में आपको question number 17 में अच्छे तरीके से पता होना चाहिए. It was basically against, these people were martial people that were there at that particular point of time. तो उनके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statement, and we have to see which of these were associated with the education in India. Sadler Commission, Hartog Committee, Sargent Plan, MacDonald Committee. Which of these following are basically being associated with the coming up of or changes in the agriculture, education के context में ये पूरे का पूरा आपका आंसर है. Sadler. Basically, the commission was set up in 1914. एजुकेशन के रिगार्डिंग एंड एजुकेशन के रिगार्डिंग की जब बात करते हैं बेसिकली यूनिवर्सिटी एजुकेशन जो फोकस किया गया. सेकंड, हार्टॉग कमेटी 1929 में, सर्जेंट प्लान 1944 में, मैकडोनल्ड कमेटी इट वाज बेसिकली इन द कंटेक्स्ट इन 1901 बाय लॉर्ड कर्जन इन द कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ फेमीन. तो ये आपको एक नॉर्मल तरीके से पता होना चाहिए. 1901 Curzon or Famine, McDonald. Therefore 1, 2 and 3 are correct. तो मैकडोनल्ड और फेमीन के रिलेशन के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए अच्छे तरीके से. The committee was basically being set up in that particular regard. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. Sartok is there. Hartog is basically being in. McDonald was there. The commission laid out that इन्होंने क्या बोला, very important, submitted report submit करी and say that they come out with a moral strategy that distribution has to be done to the peasants of advances and loans to the peasant, and it said that a famine commission has basically to be set up in famine affected provinces also. तो जब बात करते हैं क्या मैकडोनल्ड ने फेमाइन कमीशनर की बात करी थी, जब आप ऐसे कह सकते हो कौन सा फेमाइन कमीशन था जिसने मॉरल स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में बात करी, दैट वाज बेसिकली मैकडोनल्ड कमीशन 1901 सेट अप बाय लॉर्ड कर्जन, इसके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन 19, which of the following is not among the reason for the introduction of the Pitt's India Act by the British government? कौन सा रीजन नहीं है? The British government decided to take a more active role in the affairs of the company. There was no resolution mechanism in case of legislative deadlock between the Governor General and his council. There was no separation of political functions and commercial functions of the company. The British government wanted to abolish the monopoly of the East India trade. Which of the following options is correct? Basically for question number 19. Is not the reason. 1, 2 and 3 are there. जब बात करते हैं ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट वांटेड टू अबॉलिश द मोनोपोली ऑफ द ट्रेड इन ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, ये देखो पिट्स इंडिया एक्ट फॉर एग्जांपल 1784. तो जब मोनोपोली की बात करते हैं, कब मोनोपोली अबॉलिश करने की बात करते हैं, इट इज बेसिकली अ टाइम पीरियड ऑफ 1813 जब पहले बार मोनोपोली को बारे में रोकना तोड़ा गया. So that came much later. जैसे पहले भी बताया था, when the regulating act was introduced, when they were trying to regulate all these things, so एक अलग चीज है. और यहाँ पे फॉर किस तरीके से कंपनी के अफेयर्स में रोल कर सकते हैं, रेजोल्यूशन मैकेनिज्म नहीं था इन केस ऑफ लेजिस्लेटिव डेडलॉक है, और सेपरेशन ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल फंक्शन कमर्शियल फंक्शन इनको इंप्लीमेंट भी किया गया. डिसीजंस वर टेकन इन दैट पर्टिकुलर रिगार्ड. बट जब मोनोपोली के बारे में बात करते हैं तो मोनोपोली वाज बेसिकली एंडेड फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन 1813. देयरफॉर डी बिकम द आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 19. क्वेश्चन 20, विद रेफरेंस टू इंडियन हिस्ट्री consider the following in the context of the Paika revolt. Paiks were traditional lander militia of West Bengal region. It was a non-violent protest led by Bakshi Jagbandhu Vidyadhar. That was there. Question number 20. What is the answer for this regard? पढ़ते हैं. The Paiks were traditional militia, lander militia of West Bengal. Now, when you talk about basically the Paiks, they were basically the people in the regions of Odisha. The Paikas, they basically were militia people and they rendered their services to the king in the time of war. And when the war is not there, they used to carry on their agricultural activities and other things that are there. पहली स्टेटमेंट हमारी गलत होगी, वेस्ट बंगाल में नहीं उड़ीसा में है. It was a non-violent नहीं, it was a violent movement. It was a violent movement that was led by Bakshi Jagbandhu Vidyadhar at that point of time. तो दोनों की दोनों स्टेटमेंट हमारी गलत होगी. और क्वेश्चन नंबर 20, it is D, that was the movement विद्याधर की बात है. It is 1817 when these Paikas they revolted against British. Question 21, which of the following refers to the Rampa revolt? Rampa revolt के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. First, it was against the oppressions of the Mansabdar and restrictive forest regulation. Mansabdar और restrictive forest regulation के against था. The struggle against the destruction of the common land holding by intrusion of zamindars. Third, against the company's rule because of dismantling of their foods. Fourth, against the heavy taxation in the time of the drought. जब ड्रॉट चल रहा हुआ वहां आप टैक्सेशन लगा रहे हो. क्वेश्चन 21, रंपा रिवोल्ट के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. रंपा रिवोल्ट was basically a revolt that started in the region of Andhra Pradesh in 1879 against the oppression of the restrictive forest regulation that was basically being put against them, जिसके चलते हुए उनके ऊपर काफ़ी ज़्यादा रिस्ट्रिक्शन भी लगाए गए, तो वहाँ पे वो आपको कंपैरेटिवली पता होना चाहिए. A simple question, Rampa revolt against the oppressive that were there. The hillsmen, they revolted against the depredation of the government-supported Mansabdar and new restrictive forest regulation there. For a long, only after large military operation could these rebels later on be defeated in 1880. लेकिन काफी important role इनका कहा जा सकता है. Next question 22. With reference to the Government of India Act 1858, which of the following statement is are correct? कौन सी statement correct है यहाँ पे? पहली statement. It created a new office. 1858 के बारे में है. New office, that is Secretary of the State for India, who was a British cabinet minister. Second, the Governor General of India was made the Viceroy of India. Third, it introduced the local representation in the Indian Central Legislative Council. For the first time, local representation वहाँ पे introduce कर देगी. Fourth, it transformed the Viceroy of the Executive Council into a cabinet run by the portfolio system. तो यहाँ पे portfolio system के बारे में किया. Correct 1 and 3, 1, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 2, 3 and 4. यहाँ पे देखिए 1858 के एक्ट के बारे में आपको क्या लगता है कौन कौन सी स्टेटमेंट सही है फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 22. A new office was created basically for the Secretary of the State. How the affairs of Indian affairs could basically be carried out at that particular point of time, तो वहाँ पे वो करे गए थे. The transformed the power that were there from the company to the crown, and now a new office was basically to be set up 1857 के revolt के बाद. The Governor General of India was made the Viceroy. When the same person was there, he was to deal with the crown, he was referred to as the Viceroy. When the same person was there, he was to be dealing with the Indian states, he was to be referred as Governor. Introduced local representation of the Indian Central Legislative Council for the first time. The third statement is wrong because for the first time, it was basically introduced in 1853. तो क्या बोला था? A minimum of 6 and maximum of 10 members that was there Indians. जो बाद में minimum of 10 to maximum was increased. The vice transformed the Viceroy Executive Council into a cabinet run by the portfolio system. The portfolio system that was introduced was done in 1861 and not in 1858. So third statement and the fourth statement are wrong. 1 and 2 become the answer for question number 22. C become the answer. आपको डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर भी दिया हुआ है इसके के बारे में. अथॉरिटी ट्रांसफर कर दी गई थी. Now next, which of the following pair is incorrectly matched? अमृता बाजार पत्रिका by Sisir Kumar Ghosh and Motilal Nehru, Maratha by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Voice of India by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, स्वदेश मित्रम by G Subramaniam Iyer. इसके बारे में कंपेरेटिवली आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इसने फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 कौन कौन सी था. वॉइस ऑफ इंडिया, इट वाज बेसिकली बाय दादा भाई नरोजी. Simple question. Amarta Bazar Patra by Sisir Kumar Ghosh, a very simple that has been there. Maratha by Bal Gangadhar Tilak Kesari and Maratha were the two important papers that were written by him. Voice of India by Narozi, Swadesh Mutram by G. Subramaniam Iyer. Therefore, C become the answer in this particular regard. 24. With reference to the Indian history, all important drafting committee had two distinguished jurist and a lawyer along with the chairperson B.R. Ambedkar. Identify the name for this. The all important drafting committee had two distinguished jurists and a lawyer. हमें देखना है कि कौन कौन से नाम हैं. B.N. Rao, Ladri Krishna Swami Iyer, B.N. Rao and S.N. Mukherjee, Ladri Krishna Swami Iyer and K. Munshi, and K. Munshi and S.N. Mukherjee. A very simple and a straightforward question is there. Simple सा question है जी, question number 24. It is Ladri Krishna Swami Iyer and K. Munshi. These were the two people who were there, who were basically distinguished jurists that were there. Very simple. Drafting committee कौन-कौन उनके साथ था. Next, 25. The philosophy underlying the Indian Constitution was embodied quite early in the objective resolution, which was moved by the first session of the Congress by. Objective resolution किसने मूव किया था? पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू, सरदार पटेल, सी राजगोपालचारी, भीमराव अंबेडकर. Very simple. Objective resolution किसने मूव किया था? Basically it can be said 13 December 1946 it was moved by Jawaharlal Nehru at that particular point of time, which basically talked about various things. Objective resolution was introduced at this point of time. It proclaimed that India from here on will basically be independent sovereign republic and granted its citizens the justice, equality and freedom, and assured adequate safeguards should be provided to the minorities. They should be provided to the backward and the tribal areas along with the depressed classes and other backward classes that has been there. तो इनके बारे में आपको कंपैरेटिवली पता भी होना चाहिए. 13 दिसंबर 1946 को जब ऑब्जेक्टिव रेजोल्यूशन नेहरू ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था. क्वेश्चन 26. Which of the following statement is correct regarding ली कमीशन? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ऐसे क्वेश्चन आने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं. It was appointed for the civil service reforms under the British government. The commission was appointed for higher education reforms in India under the British government. The commission was appointed to review the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The commission was appointed to transfer the power to govern from East India Company to the British Crown. Lee Commission, a very simple and a very important question that has been there. A Lee Commission was set up basically in 1924 to take into consideration various civil service reforms that were undertaken at that point of time by the British government. Very important this particular time. Lee Commission किसके लिए है? Civil service reform के लिए आपको ये पता होना चाहिए. Lee Commission, Islington Commission, other commission that are there, Hutchinson Commission, अलग-अलग commissions अलग-अलग time के ऊपर setup करे गए थे. इन commissions के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. Question 27. Which of the following statement is are correct regarding the Santhal rebellion? Santhal main grouse was against the moneylenders and the zamindars only. Though the rebellion was suppressed with great brutality, the government tried pacifications by creation of a separate district of Santhal Paragana. The slogans of Santhal during the rebellion was to be rise of Her Majesty, the Queen and of hers only. Which of the following are basically true regarding the Santhal rebellion? A very important part जिसके बारे में आपको comparatively पता होना चाहिए. The first, which of the following statement is are correct regarding the Santhal rebellion के बारे में आपका कौन सा statement सही है वो आपको comparatively पता होना चाहिए. पहला, it was basically against the moneylenders and zamindars only. Friends, Santhal rebellion was basically a rebellion that was started against the Dikhus. That was there. Against Dikhus. Who are these Dikhus? They are basically outsiders who had came and settled in their particular region. Therefore, in 18, and they had a support of the government also, 1855, 1856 के चलते हुए वहां पे क्या हुआ? सिद्धू एंड कन्हू, they who revolted. The first statement is wrong. Second, the rebellion was suppressed by great brutality. Government pacified, yes, with the creation of separate Santhal Paragana was there. The movement was suppressed, but people has to be pacified after that. Slogan that Santhal they wanted to be rise of Her Majesty, the Queen of and of only. The slogan was there. But it is important that the slogan was not during the time of the Santhal rebellion. It was basically during the time of the Pabna revolt that took place. Pabna revolt हुआ था 1878 से लेके 1883 तक. And they said that these peasants, they wanted to become the riots of direct queen at that particular time, of Her Majesty, the queen at that particular point of time, and not of anyone else. And therefore they said that they even took up to the courts and various other things. एंड एन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड फॉर्मेट में उनका अपना एक सिस्टम के थ्रू चलते हुए भी एक रिवोल्ट ऑर्गेनाइज किया था, पवना रिवोल्ट दैट वाज देयर. तो पहला तीसरा स्टेटमेंट गलत हो गया. बी बिकम द आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 27. क्वेश्चन 28 के ऊपर मूव करते हैं. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट रिगार्डिंग द मोपला रिवोल्ट. During the Mopla revolt, the ire of the peasant was directed against the landlords only. It was the landlords or basically the targets at that particular point of time. Pehla statement. Second, the revolt acquired communal colors and thus resulted in isolation from the Khilafat non-cooperation movement at that particular point of time. What is the answer for question number 28 at this particular point? Pehla. It was not the landlord plus the government also, because these people, landlords, they had the support of the government at that point of time also उनके खिलाफ. It was communal color बाद में, because of the communal act that was there, Hindus and Muslims, they started fighting. The Hindu zamindar, they were for example creating problem for the local peasants. So therefore communal color के चलते हुए ही वहाँ से वो दूर हो गए. खिलाफत नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट वाज बेसिकली अ नॉन वायलेंट मूवमेंट दैट वाज देयर, और यहाँ पे वायलेंट एक्टिविटीज टुक प्लेस जिसके चलते अलग हो गए. द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट, द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट. दिस वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मूवमेंट दैट टुक प्लेस एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. तो मोपला रिवोल्ट के बारे में आपको अच्छे तरीके से पता होना चाहिए. मैच द फॉलोइंग. Visit of and associated with George V Cripps mission, cabinet mission, Simon mission, who was Lord Wavell, Lord Harding, Lord Irwin, Lord Linlithgow. उस टाइम के ऊपर कौन कौन से गवर्नर जनरल थे, उस टाइम का आपको कंपैरेटिवली पता होना चाहिए. Lord V, King George V, he basically came at the time of Lord Harding. Lord George Pancham, Lord Hamare, when this idea was basically being given. Cripps mission. It was mission that came, for example, Stafford Cripps who were there, alag-alag chal rahe the. August offer was there 1940. 1942 it was the Cripps mission that was there. Later on in 1946 cabinet mission was there. So वहाँ पे Lord Linlithgow was there at the time of the Cripps. द कैबिनेट मिशन की जो कंपेरेटिवली हम बात कर रहे हैं, इट केम एट द टाइम ऑफ द वेवल. वहाँ पे वेवल के टाइम के वेवल प्लान जब आता है 1945, उसके बाद कैबिनेट मिशन 1946 में सेटअप किया जाता है. साइमन कमीशन बेसिकली एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इट वाज लॉर्ड इरविन हु वाज देयर. साइमन कमीशन के चलते हुए इट वाज एन ऑल वाइट साइमन कमीशन दैट वाज देयर. द 7 मेंबर्स ऑल वाइट, बिकॉज ऑफ विच इट वाज फॉर एग्जांपल द पीपल दे केम आउट ऑन द स्ट्रीट, जिससे चलते हुए ही लाला लाजपत राय को लाठीचार्ज किया गया, सॉन्डर्स ने मारा गया, और भगत सिंह ने फॉर एग्जांपल बाद में उसका बदला भी लिया. 2413, therefore B become the answer in that particular regard. But when George V he came, basically the idea was that we have to take back the partition of Bengal, उसको हमें खत्म भी करना है. That was basically being focused upon. Question 30. With reference to Indian history, which of the following statement is correct regarding the Mountbatten Plan? Creation of a federal government, a plan for controlling the communal rights raging all over India at that particular point of time. Third, the method by which the power was to be transferred from the British to the Indian hands. Fourth, the guideline for the formation of a constitution for India by the Indian Constituent Assembly. Which of the following option? A very very simple question. Question number 30. इसका comparatively क्या आंसर? लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन जब कंपेरेटिवली बात करते हैं 1946 में, जब फॉर एग्जांपल इनका 1947 में बाद में पुट फॉरवर्ड हिज प्लान, इट वाज क्लियर दैट द पावर हैज टू बी ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश टू द इंडियन क्राउन. तो इसके चलते ही लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन ही वाज देयर. और पहले इन्होंने बाल्कनाइजेशन का भी है, इसको डिकी वर्ड प्लान भी किया जाता है. तो डिकी वर्ड में क्या कहा गया था इन्होंने? द प्लान दैट वाज देयर that the power should basically be transferred to the Indian kings who were there. तो छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना चाह रहा था. that was not accepted. बाद में फॉर एग्जांपल द पार्टीशन वाज टू बी डन, पावर कैसे ट्रांसफर की जाएगी, सी बिकम द आंसर. क्वेश्चन 31. Which of the following is not the provisions of the Indian Council Act 1992? A simultaneous exam for civil service, Indian civil service, was to be held in London, in England, and in India. The reforms of the Legislative Council and the adoption of the principle of election in place of nomination. The third, support the annexation of Upper Burma, reduction in the military expenditure is D. Which of the following was there that was not the provisions of this? It was annexation of Upper Burma, they were there. It was not in favor. It was against the annexation of Burma or opposition to the annexation of Burma that was taking place 1892, not the provision. इसके बारे में कुछ ऐसा बात नहीं हुई थी. Simple सा question है. Basically put forward at that particular point of time. Indian Congress ने भी put forward किया था 1885 के बाद. During which Governor General in British India, a law commission was set up under Macaulay for the codification of Indian law. कौन सा उस टाइम पे ब्रिटिश गवर्नर जनरल था जो लॉ कमीशन मैकुले सेटअप किया गया था? हेस्टिंग्स, बेंटिक, कॉर्नवालिस एंड फॉर एग्जांपल रिपन. फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 32 दैट इज देयर. 1843 फॉर एग्जांपल मैकुले सेटअप किया गया था, लॉ कमीशन वाज देयर. तो पहले बात तो इट वाज विलियम बेंटिक हु वाज देयर जब वहां पे लॉ कमीशन सेटअप किया गया था. द फर्स्ट लॉ कमीशन वाज बेसिकली सेटअप इन 1834. At that point of time, it was William Bentinck who was there and playing a major role in setting up of the Law Commission under Lord Macaulay. Report भी इसके थे. With reference to the history, which of the following pair is incorrect regarding the peasant movement? तिबागा movement, लखनऊ, बरदौली सत्याग्रह गुजरात, ऑल इंडिया किसान सभा लखनऊ, एका मूवमेंट बाय मदारी पासी. अब वेरी सिंपल, थोड़ा बहुत कंटेक्स्ट में ऑलरेडी आपको इसके क्वेश्चन में हम कर चुके हैं. तो पहला स्टेटमेंट ही तिबागा मूवमेंट बेसिकली हमने 3 भाग में किया था. इट वाज बेसिकली इन द रीजन ऑफ द बंगाल. जैसे अभी भी आपको बताया था द फ्लाउड कमीशन की रिपोर्ट थी. 2/3 शुड बी गिवन टू द पीजेंट्स, 1/3 शुड बी गिवन टू द लैंडलॉर्ड्स, जिसके बारे में ये मूवमेंट था. वेरी सिंपल, अभी हम ऑलरेडी इनडायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन इसके बारे में कर भी चुके हैं. क्वेश्चन 34, what was the name of the newspaper published for the working class? Savdesh Vatsal, Deen Bandhu, Indian Spectators and Sindh Times. For question number 34, which is the following option is comparatively correct? A very simple, that was it. अगर newspaper working class के लिए बात करते हैं, it was Deen Bandhu that was there. A very important paper by N.M. Lokhande. तो दीनबंधु एक इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज़पेपर है. एनएम लोखंडे के बारे एनएम लोखंडे ने किया हुआ है. तो दिस इज बेसिकली न्यूज़पेपर दैट इज डीलिंग विद द इश्यूज ऑफ द वर्किंग क्लास दैट हैज बीन देयर. 1880 में बेसिकली एंड सेट अप अ बॉम्बे मिल एंड अ हैंड मिल एसोसिएशन आल्सो. सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस भी मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री में बहुत आते हैं. Which of the following were the main factor responsible for the slow and steady growth of the Indian working class movement that has been there? Slow and gradual proletarialization that took place. Second, the weakness and disability of the Indian working class. Third, the illiteracy among the Indian working class, जिसकी वजह से movement धीरे धीरे ये comparatively हमारी startup हुई. For question number 35. When you talk about this movement, slow and gradual proletarialization took place. Weakness and disability was there, but illiteracy has nothing to do with it. When we talk about illiteracy, we basically take into consideration that literacy or non-literacy is not a part of the working class. तो पहली दूसरी statement है, even n number of people who were there, the population, the working population was comparatively illiterate population, and therefore at that point of time, they also participated. Therefore, literacy or illiteracy does not play that important role. Basically, in 1930s, another region responsible, slow and steady, धीरे धीरे हो पाया, लेकिन literacy कुछ इतना important role नहीं play कर पा रही थी. Very important question. Which of the following, who has written the book Poverty and British Rule in India on the analysis of the colonial economy? R.C. Dutt, Dadabhai Naoroji, D.R. Gadgil and P.C. Mahalanobis. who was basically the person who wrote this book, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India? Very simple question, लेकिन ऐसे क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी में आपको देखने को मिल जाते हैं बहुत ही टाइम के ऊपर. फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 36, it was Dadabhai Naroji who wrote the book Poverty and Un-British Rule, and he explained very clearly how the drain of the wealth is basically taking place from India, and that formed the basis, the drain of the wealth theory that was there. It was saying that India is poor, and the important reason was the role that was basically being played by the Britishers. They are exploiting our raw material. They are taking our raw material, is taken from India to Britishers. They are making the finished products. By taking the raw material, they are paying to Indians and paying very less amount. The Indians, by selling the raw material, has some amount of money. They made the finished products. Finished products is again sold being to Indians, and they are taking the money from there to India, Britain, and setting up their own industry. India is basically being deindustrialized. On the other hand, the money is being accumulated and money is basically being sent to Britain for setting up the industry. Therefore, poverty is being in India. It is un-British rule. On the one hand, Britishers are saying that we are having a white man burden, we follow the rule of law, but on the other hand, a good amount of colonial exploitation and the exploitation of the people is basically taking place at that particular point of time. Question 37. Which of the following were related to the Governor General of Bentinck? The Regulation 17, the Committee of Public Instruction, Macaulay Minutes, the Presidency of Agra. इनमें से कौन सा इनके लिए है? The Regulation 17 की जब बात करते हैं, it is basically a regulation that is dealing with sati. 1827 to 28 में हुआ, फिर बाद में 29 में क्या हुआ? Initially it was basically being regulated and ended in the region of Bengal, in which Raja Rahammohn Roy, he played a very important role. In the next year, it was extended to the presidencies of Bombay and Madras also. Committee on Public Instruction, that was basically being set up at that point of time. Macaulay Minute 1835, Presidency of Agra, that was also done in 1834. Macaulay's Minute. All these four are basically considered as correct, in particular regard for question number 37. D become the answer. Question 38. During the integration and merger of the states after India's independence, a firman of which of the following rulers was rejected by the government of India, terming it as a legalistic claim of doubtful validity. Raja of Kashmir, Nizam of Hyderabad, rule of Travancore, and Nawab of Junagadh, that is there. For question number 38, legalistic claim of doubtful validity की बात है. Basically the Nizam of Hyderabad के context में कहा गया था. Integration हो रहा था, merger हो रहा था Indian states का. A फरमान of which ruler was rejected by the government, कि कौन सी government ने reject कर दिया था, the legalistic claim. जब इस region की बात करते हैं, for example region of Hyderabad की बात करते हैं, the population at that particular point of time in the region of Hyderabad, 87% of its population was basically the Hindu. Ruler Osman Ali Khan was basically a Muslim. Basically being the politics was dominated by the Muslim elite at that particular point. So वहाँ पे कुछ problems हुई. The Farman was announced, transfer of the power, and he said that his state would be resuming the independence, जिसकी वजह से problem भी हुई. पाकिस्तान के साथ जाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, लेकिन बाद में control किया गया. Question 39. Which of the following commission was appointed by the British government, abolished the statutory civil services and recommended a provincial civil services in 1888? A very important question has been there. Islington Commission, Hutchinson Commission, Royal Commission on the Superior Civil Services, and Andrews Commission. Question number 39. Friends, very very important question. जब Hutchinson Commission था, he said, पहले कब सेटअप किया गया था? Basically set up by Dufferin, Lord Dufferin ने. अपॉइंट किया गया था. what it said at that particular point of time. It says that covenanted and non-covenanted civil services that has to be there has to be entered. Covenanted plus non-covenanted civil services has to be entered. And said that central services इसकी जगह पे comparatively होने क्या चाहिए? It said that a three type of services has to be there: the imperial Indian civil services, the provincial Indian civil services that can be the civil service, or the third was subordinate civil services. तो इन्होंने ये जो provincial civil services की बात करी, basically imperial, provincial और subordinate civil services की बात करी थी, that were basically being done by Hutchinson Commission, that were basically being set up. Not only this, it says that the age limit should also be raised to 23 years, or the giving the exam should also be raised to 23. तो इन commissions के बारे में बार-बार I'm saying ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. It is very important that you should be knowing about these commissions that were set up. Question 40. Which of the following were the economic impact of the British rule in India? Deindustrialization, emergence of the new land relations, stagnation, deterioration of the agriculture, commercialization of Indian agriculture. For question number 40, which of the following options are basically correct? A very simple and a very, very important question. Effect क्या था, economic impact क्या था? Deindustrialization, जैसे अभी भी हम बात कर रहे थे, the Indian industries were eroded. On the other hand, industrialization started taking place in Britain. New land relations भी बने थे, yes. Stagnation, deterioration of agriculture also got deteriorated. When the land revenue was comparatively very high, the people they started thinking कि इसकी जरूरत ही हमें क्या है कि एक्स्ट्रा प्रोड्यूस करने की अपने कंजम्पशन से. अगर एक्स्ट्रा प्रोड्यूस करेंगे तो हमें ब्रिटिशर्स को ही कंपैरेटिवली वो देना पड़ेगा. Commercialization of Indian agriculture. When the people were growing the food crops, they were unable to pay the land rent at that particular point of time. And therefore, their land was confiscated by the Britishers. उससे बचने के लिए they moved from food crops to the cash crops, and therefore commercialization was also taking place. Therefore, all the four options are correct in this particular regard. For question number 40, D become the answer. Friends, इस टॉपिक को, इस क्लास को हम एक बार यहीं पे रोकते हैं, क्योंकि हम हर टेस्ट का दो पार्ट में डिस्कशन ले रहे हैं, बिकॉज इट टेक्स टाइम. आपका भी एक मोमेंटम कंपेरेटिवली वहाँ पे बना पाए. द सेकंड पार्ट की डिस्कशन है वो दैट विल आल्सो बी डन, अपलोड की जाएगी, वो भी आपको मिलेगा. एंड दो स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वाचिंग इट लाइव, दैट इज इवन कंपेरेटिवली बेटर फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स, so उनको भी कंपेरेटिवली बेनिफिट हो रहा है. थैंक यू. वहाँ पे कंपेरेटिवली आपको पता होना चाहिए, फर्स्टली. सेकेंडली, साथ ही साथ अगर आपको इसके बाद भी कोई डाउट आ रहा है, ऑल स्टूडेंट्स आर वेलकम. कभी भी ऑफिस आके अपने डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हैं और टेक अप अ टाइम. ये टाइम पे हमें वो डाउट्स क्लियर करने हैं पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक में. इवन इफ अ पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन हैज नॉट बीन आस्क्ड फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक एंड दैट टॉपिक इज देयर इन द सिलेबस फॉर यूपीएससी, वी विल ऑल्सो बी देयर टू हेल्प यू आउट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. इसके साथ ही इस डिस्कशन को हम यहीं पे एंड करते हैं, एंड नेक्स्ट पार्ट विल बी वी विल बी डूइंग द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. थैंक यू वेरी मच फ्रेंड्स, टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ एंड डू प्रिपेयर वेल फॉर द एग्जाम. थैंक यू वेरी मच.